Here we go. Here we go. All right. Take care of a couple of things here. Yep. Here we go. Okay. Uh, so yeah, we're gonna talk about where boxing right now. Let's talk boxing. Yeah, let's talk boxing. So let's talk where boxing at right now. Ain't nobody talking about that. Everybody talking about ain't no money, this and that. But uh, think about this. Boxers have been getting paid more money now than ever. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm gonna say a few things, and then we're gonna get some other stuff going here. Going to you got some ex boxers that's still spending money that they made also. So I'm talking about 20 years ago fighters, 15 years ago fighters, 10 years ago fighters. So if you're new to the channel, hit the like button. I'm not asking for no money on this channel. So I want to talk just boxing. Uh, a lot of people want money and saying donation, this and that. No, I just want to talk boxing. All right. So, we got a lot of people talking about uh, PBC is broke. A lot of people they ain't spending money on the boxers no more, on these fights. Well, guess what? You know, uh, a lot of people think because certain fights ain't being made that's why we not having these fights. No, that ain't the situation. Uh, because if you think about it, this ain't something new that been going on in boxing. You know, everybody that be doing these podcasts and be talking about boxing and this and that, they're not fighters, or they didn't used to be fighters. They just somebody that liked the sport and jumped on the computer and started talking about it. I used to box myself, so I have pretty good pedigree of background of boxing. Uh, so I got a good idea of what boxing should look like, what a fighter should look like. You know, I can predict pretty good fights and who should win. Not always guarantee who's going to win in boxing, so we know that. But let's say this: we have, we had Tank. Everybody talking about him. Him and Roach, Lamont Roach's name. Yeah, Lamont Roach's name, I think. They supposed to be fighting. A lot of people don't like that fight, but at least it's a fight. Now, why we having so much problem with fighting right now, boxing right now, is because not only is we not getting the good fights, but some of these fighters ain't fighting at all. They're going a year without boxing, no fights. So you don't see them, you know. Uh, you hear these fighters nowadays, they say, oh, well, after the fight, I'm going to go and spend time with my family and do some traveling and go on vacation. And oh my goodness, man, I'm about to retire. Do I still got it? And it's like uh, a lot of these fighters are just not fighting. So you think about this, you know. In my time, I'm 54 years old. In my time, when we was boxing, We wanted to box as much as we can, man. We just wanted to fight, man. We wanted to fight. But the platform wasn't there as big as it is now. So now, even for a fighter to say, I went 4 rounds and knocked this guy out, you really need to go on vacation behind that? You really need to take some time off? So you just say, oh, well, this was a early night, I'm going back to the gym. I'll be back in 6 weeks. I'll be back in 4 weeks. If you went 4 rounds and knocked a man out in 4 rounds, excuse me, and normally you train for 12 rounds. Back in the day, it was 15 in my day. Okay, so you made easy work of him in 4 rounds and knocked him out in 4, stopped him in 4. Some of these guys are stopping guys in 2 rounds. Yeah, I'll be ready for another fight in 4 weeks. Okay. Take a week to bring yourself back down from the camp that you just had. Not saying get out the gym, but coaches know what I mean when I say that. So you work yourself back down a little bit so you can come out of peak. And peak is something that happens like when you training for a fight, you get closer to that date. Your workout's supposed to go along with all the way up to the day you're going to fight, even the hour. So that's something else a lot of you people probably don't know. So I'm sharing with you. When a fighter get in shape, he's not just getting in shape for that fight. He's getting in shape all the way up to the hour of the fight. And that's how you work. That's how you work your body when you're in shape. You hear a lot of fighters saying they be spoiling at nighttime. Some do it in daytime, but mainly, as you're getting closer to your fight, if you're going to spar, you want to spar a little bit closer to nighttime to around the time where you're going to actually have your fight. So with saying that, if you stop a person in 4 rounds and you train your body for 12 rounds, 15 rounds, whatever the case may be, that means that you still have 8 rounds left in you. That means you can come down off peak in a week, come back out in 4 weeks, you could be ready to be fighting again. For real. So if say this fighter fight on the same night as another fighter, they in the same weight class. He do an early 3-round on this guy, get him out of there. You do a 4-rounder and get this guy out of there. Y'all should be ready to meet back up in 4 weeks. Y'all can actually call one another out and do it in 4 weeks. For real. I'm just saying, for real. I'm not saying that if it was a rough 4 rounds, but usually, in 4 rounds, there ain't too much damage that already happened. So I'm just saying, in 4 rounds, you got this person out of there, and now, you should be ready to go in 4 weeks. And this is why you keep boxing activated, every fight now got to be paid for. So that's another reason why we losing boxing the way we are doing. Okay, so you take Floyd became the pay-per-view champ. So every fight he had to be on pay-per-view. And everything from there then started like that. So And everybody now, that's how they want to fight. If they ain't on that, they don't want to fight. Well, my thing is this here. If you fighting a nobody, why should people have to pay for that? Let that one be for free. Keep boxing going. You are going to get your money because if you fight somebody and you want to get paid per view for that, oh yeah, they're gonna pay for it. I'm gonna pay for it. But you fighting a nobody, why should I have to pay for that? When I know you're gonna knock out a somebody, why would I pay for to watch you knock out a nobody? You know, uh, a list of my favorite fighters today. Number one is Bud Crawford. Two is Tank. Three is still Errol Spence. Uh, 4 and 5 gonna be kind of a toss up. Uh, so I'll put Boots at 5 right now. And I'm gonna tell you who I like. You guys ain't got to agree with me, but I'm really liking that young kid, Abdullah Mason. Now everything that you guys is talking about, as far as like with Boots right now, I'm already seeing that potential out of Abdullah Mason myself. Yes, he have a lot of work to do, but the right people behind him, I think they'll clean him up. And I'm telling you, that's the guy you guys gonna have to watch out for. For real. You're gonna have to watch out for that kid, man. He's gonna be special. Uh, Carmel, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I haven't been, it's hard for me to accept what everybody in the media say about fighters. I just don't see it yet, you know. Uh, uh, maybe once he starts settling down and being a little bit more punch selected, maybe, give us a little bit more of the professional look, maybe. But right now, I'm not gonna say. Boots, I'm just not gonna say right now. I'm not impressed yet. A lot of stuff that he done done with the fighters that he done fought. He's supposed to have done that with them, man. They was nobodies, man. You can't go out there and really show out on a nobody. Really, you don't even need to be in boxing. But one thing I liked it about Boots, though, I seen is that he has the potential. He definitely does. But y'all got to stop saying that he remind y'all of Roy Jones. No, don't do that, man. Roy Jones can slip a punch, stand on the side of you and catch you and knock you out, man, with a punch. Boots ain't that, man. Roy Jones did moves that, I ain't seen nobody do. I'm gonna be honest with you. Uh, you know, Roy Jones beat one of my favorite fighters, which is James Toney, which, I betted my buddy against Roy Jones on that fight. And had I knew that James Toney was doing all the stuff on the side that he was doing, I wouldn't have betted him. But, I still felt that James Toney should have beat him in that fight. you know. But moving on, this is just some of the stuff why boxing ain't where it should be at right now. It's because if these fighters I'm talking about right now, out of all the fighters I'm talking about right now, Kamel Mosin probably the only one that is fighting as much as he's fighting, you know. But imagine if, okay, Boots, you didn't get the Crawford fight, take this guy, fight him, make easy work of him. Next 4 weeks, fight that guy. You know, make easy work of him. You know, I don't believe in the hype, y'all. I'm sorry. If y'all know a guy's chasing another guy and he's on something different, let that guy go and do him. You keep fighting. You know, Boots went, what, a year without a fight? Has it been a year? You know, y'all got to stop saying people are scared to fight him, man. Because let me tell y'all about boxing. If you got a fighter, whether you trying to build him up or what, and he's not fighting at all, you're not building anything up. I'm sorry, you're not building anything up. Actually, you dubbing them out. A lot of fighters been done like that, been dubbed out. You know, and what I mean by that is they sitting more than they boxing. You know, then the minute they lose, you be like, oh, I knew you wasn't all this and all that. Well, he never got a chance to really get in there and do what he had to do. He sat on the side more. He got beat up in sparring more than he did in the ring. Now, so Boots finna fight a guy that he already fought and won. I think the score was like 12 rounds to zip, man. I think he won every round. But now, I don't know if y'all noticed or not about that fight, though, but, a lot of people say how fast Boots is and how good he is. He was getting caught with some punches, man. I don't care if he won 12 rounds, won all 12 rounds. He was getting caught with some punches that, if you really that good, you wouldn't have got caught with them. And not only that, but you was walking into them. So I don't know. Again, like I say, sitting on the shelf so long, you get rusty. I don't care how good you look at sparring. You beating up everybody in sparring, and you've been beating them up. You should be beating them up. But when you get under them lights, it's different. So I think this fight that he got gonna be a little bit different. And I really want to say that this fight probably gonna be a little bit more interesting than the one before. Why? Because this guy know that what Boots' power is about. He know what Boots' speed is about. And actually, he got more to learn on Boots than Boots has to learn on him, because he been in the ring with him. And if he feel that, regardless to all the hype that everybody was saying about Boots, he was right there with him and went all 12 with him, he probably feel that he could do a little bit more this time. I'm just saying. Nevertheless, I think Boots still win. Might even be a stoppage this time. But what Boots gonna have to do is, because this guy's a guy to get on his bikes, man, and he don't stop pattern. What Boots gonna have to do is play the running man game. And the running man game is, instead of chasing him, allow him enough to make him feel comfortable to chasing him. And that's how you let him walk into something. Javante Tank I don't know if the fight is going to happen or not. There's so much stuff saying it is, so much stuff it ain't. But one thing we do know for sure, that's going to be actually a good fight, man. You know, I've been watching this kid, Lamont Roach, man. And he's a pretty solid dude, man, you know? And to be honest, uh, I think this guy do better than Martin do. I just do. I think, of course, if Javante catch up to him, he's gonna do him like he did the rest of them. But I think this is a solid little dude, though, man. From just what I've seen in the past of him, of his fights and watching him, he's a solid dude, man. Again, he know what he up against already. You know, he done him and Javante got history, but of course that was then and this is now. But you know, don't be amazed if this little guy can actually, hang out a little while, man. Don't be amazed. Uh, he definitely got enough experience to at least try to survive a few rounds. So I still say it probably about 8, same as uh probably around so more than Martin. That's what I'm gonna say. Only because, he just seemed to be a little bit more proven, you know. Uh and like I say, we only talking boxing, man. We're not talking politics. We talking about why boxing ain't where it at right now. I don't want that to sound like politics, so I'm just trying to give y'all some information on what's going on out there, what can help, get boxing back on the track. Uh, Again, we know the boxers spend a lot of time working out, doing this, putting their body through a lot of pain and turmoil. I've been there, done that. I know. But sometimes you got to take a smaller purse, especially if the person you're fighting is less. Take a little bit smaller money, man. Make the fight happen. Go out there, get rid of them. You still made the money. Then get ready for bigger and better things. Uh, if um, if you are not a star like that, you ain't a star like that, then guess what? Man, you should be trying to fight every beer head, bud head, laying on the corner all day, coming in the gym once a week, fighter they could put in front of you, man. If you can fight on this card and they got another one in 2 weeks, you should be on that one. That's how you get your money, man. That's how you get known out there real fast. Everybody don't need a Floyd Mayweather pattern to be known and to get where you got to get. You want to get where you want at in life with boxing. That's what you got to do. So what happens? Partially, a lot of these fighters do not work out the way they saying they working out. They not. We already got history that, information. It was said by more than one fighter, actually. The night that Keith Thurman fought Pacquiao, he was downstairs gambling that night, the wee hours of the night, instead of resting, man. And wondering why he got hit with a flash shot and got dropped. Yeah, all that comes to play, man. All that comes to play. And if you think about this, if Keith Thurman would have actually beat Pacquiao that night, would we be talking about uh, Spence and Bud, or would we be talking about Jerome Boots and Bud, or Bud and Jerron Boots and Spence. No, wouldn't even be talking about them because Keith Thurman would have the key in his pocket to make the fight happen. So if he wouldn't have been out drinking and partying and gambling that night when he fought Pacquiao and lost to him, guess what? He would have been the one to fight, either fighting Bud or either fighting Spence, or right now his name be ringing with Jerron Boots Ennis. So now everybody want to see Boots and Bud fight. Why? If Boots was smart, all the 47s that got the belts, he should be trying to fight them. Why not? You shouldn't even have Bud name in your mouth no more at all. The man is at 154. Put 7 pounds on and go to 54, then start back yelling his name. You at 47, man. Get them belts at 47. I think you talented enough to probably win, clean up that division. I do. Really, there's nobody there. So, you should have a cakewalk. So, stay at 47, clean that division up, fight a couple bums, fight a couple no names, fight a couple people that sleep all day and play boxing, beat them up, beat up the ones with the belt. Oh my goodness, this is for real though. Think about it. If Boots is as good as y'all say he is, right? You got 12 months in a year. 12 months in a year. If he fought every 90 days, that's 4 fights in a year. That's 4 fights in 1 year. How many people's at 47 now? He could fight 4 people in 1 year if he's that good. Go back and look at some of the greats. They fought, man, sometimes 3 times a year, 4 times a year. I know Jack Johnson, them, they was fighting every 3 weeks. What about that? Come on, man. You're not fighting nobody. You ain't doing nothing. I don't see boxing surviving. I really don't. They're gonna have to eventually put boxing on a free channel and probably gonna have to go back to giving people beers and cigarettes just to fight. I mean, that's where I see it. We're not getting no fights. Everybody injured, everybody hurt. Imagine if you hurt or you injured, you a boxer. At least if you got injured or hurt in the ring, boxing, at least, after the fight, you could have, healed up or whatever, this and that. But, man, y'all getting hurt in sparring, man. Come on, man. Like AI said, in practice, y'all ain't even making it to the fights. But you don't want to fight nobody. Like I say, if you're going to hurt your hand in practice, you could have went on and took a fight and took a nobody. At least we could have seen you fight somebody. And like I say, these fighters not fighting nobody. Shakur ain't fighting nobody. He stay hurt. Boots ain't fighting nobody. He stay picking somebody else to want to fight. If y'all new to the channel, hit the like button or something. I'm saying something you like to hear, hit the like button. Appreciate it. But, like I said, I just like to talk boxing, pure boxing. They not fighting nobody. Even down to Bud, that's my favorite fighter of all fighters. You're supposed to be already back in the ring, man. You're already 37 years old. Supposed to be back in that ring, bro. You of all people, I hold you at the highest standard only because you're my favorite fighter. And even if you would have had to come on back, knock Boots off before you went to 54, you could have went on, knocked him off, went on to 54, knocked off Majimov. But even after that, to me, that wasn't no hard fight, man. That wasn't. They can say what they want to say, but come on, man. Y'all gotta watch boxing, man. You know, that was a cakewalk for Bud, man. I don't care what nobody say. He didn't have to do much. He did enough to win. That was a cakewalk. I couldn't even believe that fight was gonna be that easy, man. For real. I really thought that was gonna be a pretty good fight, man. And I told a cousin of mine, I said, this guy kind of remind me of a bigger Sean Porter. He kind of irky and jerky like. I said, but Bud got good timing to catch him on to come in on that, on them irks and jerks. That ain't the type of fight he's gonna beat him. But Bud should be back in the ring already by now. We got to start making fights, man. Y'all got to start getting back in there, man. Y'all got to get back in there and fight, man. I don't care if they beer heads, whatever they are. You got to get in there and fight, man. Straight up. Then Blair Cobb's calling everybody out. Somebody set him up, man. Straight up. Go on, put them together, get them together. Man, begging to get knocked out, man. And he ain't scared to get knocked out. Y'all see what he just did to AB? Man, he took a legend down through there, man. He did AB bad, man. He did AB bad, man. I thought people would be begging to fight him behind that one, man. He did AB bad, man. So if you thinking that the way I think, I was like, whoa, this should get him a fight. Who? I don't know, but this should get him a fight, though. Nope, ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing. But the first thing they say out their mouth, oh man, low risk, high reward, no reward. Man, get out of here, man. You ain't fighting nobody. Head up. So, Boots, you at 47, he at 47. They got been in your face and everything, man. You should have been knocked him on off, man. If you knew you could beat him, man, go on, beat him. At least we seeing you box. You in there. You fighting. You ain't been fighting nobody, though, man. Nobody. So with that being said, this is where boxing at now. Deontay Wilder, he got knocked out basically his last fight, which I called it. I said he's going to get knocked out again. And I don't care who they put him in there with next. He's going to get knocked out again. I told everybody the difference. They like, oh, Javante Tank and Wilder, they got that one hit quitter. Yeah, but it's different though. Tank actually has skills, man. Tank actually has skills. And he's vicious to the body. I don't care what nobody say. I've been telling people that he's vicious to the body, man. Wilder, he just not built like that, man. I don't care what nobody say. I had an uncle like that. He can walk up to a person and hit him one time and knock him out. But if he overshoot his shot and missed, couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. Straight up. So Deontay, you got knocked out. You should have definitely jumped right back in the ring. You get knocked out again. Either knock somebody out. But this is what got to happen, though, y'all. People got to get back in that ring, man. This once a year, this once every 2 years. Man, you're hearing it more and more. Ain't been in the ring in 14 months. He ain't been in the ring in 16 months. Errol Spence, you about to get back in the ring after what, 2 years? Come on, man. You don't want no tune-up fight. You want to go right back to where you at. Man, sit down somewhere, bro. Sit down somewhere, bro. You nuts, man. You wait, you gonna wait 2 years for a major fight when you could have been just knocking off a couple peanuts, man. At least getting your groove back, man. Getting your confidence built back, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. You know, every fighter I know, and I'm just keeping it real, y'all can do the history. Most fighters, and this is probably gonna be like a 90% chance, they got beat bad or knocked out in a lower weight class and came to a new weight class at a higher weight class, they got beat again. I'm just calling it the way it is. They got beat again. You know? And if you understand the physics of boxing, okay, you do all your winning at this weight. Now it's time to move on to the next weight. If y'all notice with Bud was already 47 before he went to 47. Just like Bud was already at 40 before he went to 40. Yeah. Bud was already 54 before he went to 54. I'm just telling you like it is. You know, do I think he could beat Canelo? Yes, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You know, and I don't even know how real boxing people that's supposed to really know boxing, not these people just be blogging. If you know different styles of boxing, you know, Canelo don't really have a one set style. He's not a Mexican style fighter, man. He done adopted a couple of this ways, a couple of that ways, a couple of this way, a couple of this way, into his own type of style. He approached the boxing style like Mexican style, but no, he's not. Because you see Canelo bagging up sometimes. Mexican don't bag up. No, no, no. You see Canelo head hunting. Mexican is really body punchers, man. They like to get in there and just dog it out, man. So all what I'm trying to tell you is that he do have a style to fit him. But now here we go. Who had that style worked on? Mostly people that stand in front of him, people that run from him. Exactly. You look at Floyd, he didn't run from him. He really didn't start getting the best Laura until Laura started running from him. I ain't talking about like dipping back and still shooting your shot. When he started running, for real. Canelo is not a close counter fighter. He's not. He's not. Watch him close. He's not a close counter fighter. Now, what he is good at is shooting the straight right, the overhand right, the body shot around the body. He's good from his distance. Once he create that distance and you allow him to, he's good at that. But close counter, he's not good with that. And he definitely ain't good with that with somebody with speed. He cannot see the punches coming to save his life. Now, do he got a chin on him? Yes, yes, indeed he do. He got a chin, and it been tested. But one thing that ain't been tested, though, and Floyd showed it to us. Watch that fight close. When Canelo did not see them punches coming, it stung him. It stunned him. He actually got hurt one time in that fight, too. Watch it close. And it came because he didn't see the punch coming. I know y'all gonna say, oh man, he was young then, he was green then, this and that, woo woo. Laura hurted him. He didn't see the speed and the quickness coming. Close counter. And Laura caught him with I think it was the left hook, or it was let me think, left hook, or was it an overhand hook on left hook? It was one or the other. And hurted him. But do that joke got a chin on him. Yes, he got one. But Bud don't have to go in there and look to knock him out. He can outpoint him easily, beat him easily, straight up, easily. Let me say this. The Debo fight, the Bibbo and Belly that he just had, that fight wasn't impressing to me. That fight was not impressing to me. I'm glad I didn't pay for it. That it didn't impress me. It didn't. I'm sorry. It did not impress me. Did nobody step on the gas or step it up? And to be honest, I thought Debo was finna actually get knocked out a couple times, get stopped. I don't want to see a rematch. I don't. The first fight to me wasn't enough for me to say I want to see it again. Nope. I'm sorry. Wasn't exciting to me at all. Nope. I'd rather see Tank and Rolly Romero fight again than see them two fight again. I'm sorry. Wasn't nothing impressive about that fight, man. No. And I don't care what nobody say, what they feel, how they believe, and that's cool. But Bevo is not all that great to me, man. He's just not. He ain't all that talented to me. And let me give you proof. 12 rounds straight. He never did anything different, man. He never did anything different. Did anybody see him do anything different? I didn't. I didn't see him do anything different, So that's all I'm saying. I didn't see him do anything different. Now, I do know this. To me, I thought that around the 6th or 7th round, when he was getting his butt whooped, I thought he was going to actually, kick in the second gear and do something different then, Emmanuel Ortiz. Hey, how's it going there, man? Yes, sir. We talking boxing, man. So with that being said, but he didn't though. I thought he lost the fight. I didn't see nothing impressive he did. So and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Canelo beat both of them. Again, I think he could beat Bivol. I think the first fight they had, he just didn't. Bivol was enough to, tall and long enough to stay away out of harm's way. That's all I think. I think Canelo beat him in a rematch. I do. Probably even stop him. That's big, ain't it? But if Canelo fight Bud, I think Bud beats him. Points, I think Canelo is one of them fighters where he do better in the rematch than the first fight. And if you, even with Triple G, to me, Canelo did way better in the rematch, way better. And I gave it to him the fight. I gave it to Canelo the second fight. The first fight I had it as a draw, But if you put a shotgun to my head, I would have to give it to Canelo the first fight. I'm just gonna be real with I thought Triple G should have just, you know, put Canelo in his face. Oh, you want to come in this weight class? I'm gonna put you in your face, in your place. It's just like Bevo should have put Canelo in his place. Are you gonna come up here to this weight? I'm gonna put you in your place. And that's where we at with boxing these days, y'all. The smaller guy can come up to a bigger class and not only hang out with them, but be the bigger threat out of the two. How? How? I tell you how. Because you hear about it in sparring all the time. Oh, what's the name, man? I seen him knock out a heavyweight. Uh, Tank. Oh, I heard, man, he knocked out a cruiserweight. Oh, well, he stopped the middleweight. Okay. Now, so that lets you know that these are some of the fighters we got at cruiserweight, heavyweight, junior middleweight, super middleweight. People that's getting stopped by smaller peoples, man. That's all to it. And I know people gonna say, well, yeah, well, Tank can punch though, this and that, and this guy can punch. Nah, we don't hear about it all. We don't hear about all of it that goes on. You got smaller guys that's knocking a lot of these bigger guys out in sparring. I'm telling you. Sometimes we just don't hear about it, you know. But with that being said, and that's what I'm saying now, how we got to bring boxing back. We got to get these fights going. Everybody just got to start fighting, man. Everybody got to start fighting, man. Pick somebody, fight them. Again, I say, if two people to stop, and we see this a lot in boxing, they will have a match where one person got somebody out of there in 2 rounds. Next person got somebody out in 3 rounds. Okay, y'all in the same weight class. Why that fight didn't come together right then and there? Well, hey, he just did this and I just did that. Well, let's fight. 4 weeks. 4 weeks. You right back in the ring. 4 weeks. Get right back in there. But, I'm going to start trying to be on here a little bit more. Just sharing knowledge, man, and talking boxing, man. So I got some real good stuff I'm gonna bring. I've been putting some things together, and everybody keep asking me who I got between Tank and Shakur. I still got Tank beating Shakur. 10-round stoppage. That's what I'm predicting. That's what I figured about 10 rounds. Uh, nowhere near Shakur will outclass him. It'll be a chess match. I still say that. Now, let me say this, though, before I jump off. That fight ain't going to come down to Shakur being so much more talented, skilled. It ain't going to come down to that. Shakur's biggest problem is going to be trying to fight a person that's much shorter than them with that type of speed and movement. That's going to be a problem. I don't care what nobody say. If you ever fought somebody shorter than you, man, they more harder to fight than somebody taller than you, man. For real. And if you talking about they got speed and they got agility, they quick twitching, not even hitting you, but just move quick and got a style. Shakur is too straight up and down. Even when he moves back, he jumps back. But he's still in the same place. He don't side to side. He don't do none of that. He don't move out to his side to side. He move back on the line. Can't do that with Tank. All Tank got to do is follow him home. Follow him home. Head up. Rip one up under the jab coming in, one over the jab, one over the same jab. Then come back with the right hook. Don't even stop. Don't even knock him out with the left hand. Knock him out with the right hook all day long. Money. I mean, I see it clear as day. Because every time when Shakur bag up, he still got the left hook, but he drops his right all day long. Follow him home. I know Coach Cav and them see it, so that's why I'm saying it. They good coaches. I know they see it. So another fight. My prediction on is Charlo gonna come back and fight a bum and still look like he just got whooped by Canelo. My prediction. Spence come back and fight. He gets stopped badly. I'm calling it the way I see it, man. Some fighters, man, you got to understand. If you look at that fight with Bud and Spence gave it his all, man. And sometimes, man, when you do that, not just the beating, but really you gave it your all, man. Usually a person don't have no more in the tank to give after that. That was a bad beating, man. I like both of them boys, man. Bud, my guy, but I like Spence, man. But that was too much of a beating. Straight up. Too much of a beating. And I told everybody, I said, when Spence lose, Derek James gonna be almost out of a job. Look at what's going on right now. The only thing he got is one psycho kid now, and that's Ryan Garcia, and that's because Ryan do what he want to do. Head up. And to be honest, it's just a prediction. I don't think Derrick James trained him for his next fight. We'll see how that turn out, though. I'm just throwing that out there, though. I don't think that's gonna go. I think that's over with. I think Ryan goes to a new trainer when he comes back. Straight up. Yep, I think he goes to a new trainer. Remember, I was the first person that said that. All right, with that being said, man, we're gonna wrap it up, and hopefully, you guys see me tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do more and more as I can. If I can, hey, let me answer a couple questions here. It said, let's see what we got here. Okay. Say. Okay, so what we got here? Say Logan said, what you think of the Conor versus Floyd fight? Conor looked it better than expected. Definitely. I didn't think that fight was going to go more than 3 rounds myself. I really didn't. Conor looked it pretty great in that fight. I think what happened was his corner man. He didn't have the corner man to fight a Floyd Mayweather. That's what I think. But, to me, Conor looked it better than, even looked better than Jake Paul to me. He just did he did more. Uh, he fought his fight, and that was the good thing. And seeing like a lot of people don't know when you come from UFC and stuff like that, and you want to come into boxing, you really had the advantage because don't try to adopt the boxing style. Keep your style and learn defense. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And the reason why I say that is Roy Jones did not look like no boxer. He had no makeup of a boxer. That was his own style he created. Nothing Roy did was boxing tech 1-on-1. It wasn't. Everything Roy did was like basically straight out of what is that? That was his style. So yeah, I think he did real good in that fight. Uh, let's see here. Open the avenue for guys like Francis to step in into box. Oh yeah, definitely did. Yep, sure did. Sure did. You know. But I'll say this though. Conor McGregor did it on a bigger level than I think anybody else can ever be able to do it on too. You know, and I think he got the most money that anybody is going to be able to do it coming from MMA. But Conor McGregor is a superstar himself. So they was, Floyd was kind of smart on the picking. McGregor was kind of smart on the picking, and they both made good money. But Conor McGregor is a person that can hold his own for his superstarness. So yeah, yep, no doubt. You have a good one too, man. I'm gonna try to be on it tomorrow night. No promises, but we will talk boxing. Y'all have a good night and stay up, champs.